Thank you. Tell you something. I'm loving this filter. Period.
This filter is everything I need right now. So I'm excited to have you here. I just want to introduce you to my audience. For those of you who don't know, you will hear more of this name and talent. His name is Derrick Finklea. He is a wonderful stylist. Is there another name I would put under you?
You can do image consultant, stylist.
I knew there was more. Okay, he's an amazing image consultant and stylist, and I am super honored that he would be part of the Develop the Artist Within You program under Delisa's Vocal Academy. And so we are here this evening to introduce you to him and talk a little bit about why it's important to care about how you look. And one thing that we do in the artist development, in my artist development program, is we want you to be really well-rounded and really equipped to kind of present yourself as professionally as possible and as close to the idea you have in your head of who you are. And now you're allowed to evolve as time goes on, but you really want to have a clear vision as an artist of what you want people to perceive when they see you, because what your image kind of speaks for you first, right?
That's right.
So if you want, you can just pick up from there.
Yes. So first of all, hello, Instagram family. Listen, I'm gonna call D. At least I'm gonna call her D tonight. I absolutely love her. Listen, and I want to give a plug really, really quick. If you are an artist of any sort, if you're a singer, please take advantage of her Vocal Academy. It is absolutely amazing. We have been working so good to make some things happen, and I'm telling you, you will have a stylist. You'll have a vocal coach, all that. Just like she's a vocal coach, you'll get everything that artists need. So I'm telling you, if you need that, go ahead and do that today. I just had to give you that plug.
Oh, thank you.
I believe in you. So yes, as Dee said, she said that I'm an image consultant, stylist. I have been styling for about 6 years. I have my styling company, dealing my styling company for 6 years, 6+ years, and I actually specialize in customizing your closet. Now, when I say customize, I don't mean building. I mean taking the old out, bringing the new in. We do photo shoot styling. We do virtual styling. We love virtual styling since we've been in this pandemic. We love virtual styling. So I do all of that, and I help you get your look together from head to toe. Listen, not from your head to your neck, but from your head to your toe. Period. So if you need anything in that warehouse, I absolutely love what I do. And even being a part of this Vocal Academy has been amazing for me because it's something so new, but it's something that I'm absolutely enjoying. So, period. I hope I answered the question.
Okay, so here's my first question. My first question is, let's talk about the importance of fit. The fit. How does somebody know what their body type is and how to dress for their body type? And how important, why is that important? And then how can somebody take those steps?
Yeah, okay. I love that question. I'm going to keep it real 100. If you know me, I'm going to keep it real. We all know. Well, if you don't know, you look at your body type, get in the mirror, start butt naked in the mirror. So, I'm so sorry, but I have to keep it real because I do believe in the transparency of that, because it helps you to really develop, because you can't really tell your shape if you have on clothes. Beneath all the clothes, what is showing? What do you have? And you want to get in the mirror and sculpt. You don't have to, there's a pear shape. We ain't getting into anatomy of the body because we ain't doing it tonight. But there's a pear shape, apple shape. If you're round or whatever the shape is, that's how you identify. You get in the mirror and you identify your curves and see what you can do. Because I truly believe, although we need styling and all that stuff, you do understand that it's some stuff that you can't put on. Like some stuff we know. I don't care. Listen, I don't care how much you try to do it. When you look in the mirror, you're like, oh, I just can't do this. I can't. This ain't me.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you have something to say?
Yes. What is the universally flattering silhouette? Like, is there a universally flattering silhouette? Let's talk about women, right? Women's styling. regardless of, let's say, pear shape or whatever, like what is a silhouette that a woman should kind of go for that is always gonna win?
Honestly, the silhouette has changed over the years because usually it's usually Coke bottle shape. But let me tell you something. People have been into these 2 liters, and I'm not even being funny. Like the 2 liter, like the big heavy set. People have been eating that up for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So I'm gonna say this: that it really doesn't. We really don't have an ideal silhouette, but you have to work with what you have and wear it well. Because I truly do believe that it's about how you wear what you wear, how you customize what you have, how you style what you have. That really brings that silhouette together. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't say it's ideal, but I would really say that you have to work and embrace what you have, and that will be the silhouette that you have.
So let's talk about colors. Colors. How does somebody choose? Let's say I have a photo shoot. How do I know what colors are gonna make me look good versus what outfit is gonna make me look like a whole lot of nothing? How do I know what color?
Absolutely. So for you, like I can use it as a perfect example.
Yeah, we can. I'll be the model for tonight.
We visual, so we love to see that. So you see D, she has a beautiful chocolate skin complexion, which I love, and which that red really pop. I gotta give you credit for your red up in that. I love it. But literally, she has the perfect skin for those earth tone colors, for those. Now, I'm not saying just because her skin deserves this, I'm not saying that she should stick in this warehouse to say, oh, you can only wear this. No, this is just telling you what really brings out the features in your chocolate brown skin. Mm-hmm. So you have those yellows, those so when you think of like earth tone, think of a darker version. So we're not talking about bright sun yellow. We're talking about the mustard, the other side of the color wheel. We can go into, let me tell you something, fashion is it's a whole study. You got color wheels, and we can talk about the skin tone. We can talk about the underlining of your skin, because we have a skin color.
So like I have gold undertones, right?
Yeah.
So if you have gold undertones, what I've noticed, like for example, my daughter is a little bit darker than me. She's like, I call her double chocolate. Like she's chocolate on top of chocolate on top of chocolate. So what I notice is silver actually looks better on her.
Yeah, silver and gold.
And I noticed that gold looks better on me.
Right, because of that gold undertone.
So I feel like that would mean if I was doing a photo shoot or something like that, I should probably go with something that's going to complement my skin more. Because if I wear silver, I'm just going to be like, I look like I'm going to the grocery store.
And I definitely believe that even in that warehouse, that purple, it's like a dark, rich purple. Let me tell you something. That richness, when you have chocolate, beautiful skin like this, let me tell you something. That rich sensation of colors, like the dark royal blue, the royal blues, like that really, the purple, dark purple. I'm not saying that you have to stick with dark. I just want to be clear. I'm not saying that you have to stick to dark, but I'm saying because your skin deserves it, and it will really let your skin reflect those colors. I really think it's kind of like a mirror.
Yeah, I feel like I found that jewel tones in general just work well with me. So like electric blue, jewel tones, blushes, and I think it has to do with personal preference too. Like for me, I see a lot of brown skinned women wear olive, and when I put olive on myself, I'm just not excited about it.
Right.
I just feel like I might as well be wearing brown. Like it just doesn't do anything.
It doesn't do anything for the palette.
No, and I've tried it on my eyes. I've tried to put, and so I just realized overall I'm not enthused with olive, but I've noticed other brown skinned women who are my color. I think they look great in olive. I just, for some reason, it just doesn't work for me. So I think part of it is personal preference, right? Personal preference plays a role, but then there's also, there are certain things. If it would look good, what I've learned is if it looks good as an eyeshadow, you'll probably like it on other places on your body as well.
Yes, that is absolutely true. And that's why I say makeup, hair, and that, all of that goes together. Because when you do a photo shoot, you're just not going to get your clothes done, or you're just not going to get your hair done, or your makeup done. It's a full package deal. So when you put all of that stuff together, you'll be able to. And that's a good point that you said about if it look good on your eyes or it look good on your skin. Let's say eyes, because we're going to be doing green highlighter or blush on there. Just try it on your eyes, and then it most likely will go. Definitely. your personal preference.
Yeah. So then okay, 'cause I was asking about body shapes because I feel like we can use myself as an example. I'm not super curvy.
Right.
I've never been really curvy. So I feel like I've always dressed to create a shape, if that makes sense.
Yes, that makes sense.
So I don't know. So it's either I'm always trying to get the waist to look smaller so that there's more of a curve, or I'm going to do some sort of an A line or something like that. But isn't that kind of like the standard of what women are trying to do, like cinch the waist, like even like I know you said the 2 liter, but most 2 liter women, right? They're still gonna wear like some sort of an A line, something that comes out to create that shape, don't you think?
Right. Yeah, and absolutely. Um, like you said, like people like to who use thing that's been in for years is the peplum, like the peplum situation.
The pepper, yes.
Yeah, like the peplum top because it really is like really curves you out and really assume those little edges and curves. That's what fashion is. That's what we want it to be. Is to really show the good parts of your body and not really show the problem areas that we all have as it relates, especially when it comes to women, because women have some sauce. Y'all got that good stuff. So you want to make sure that you expose that. So I do believe in having that, but also shapewear is important, which most people don't really talk about.
Yes. Okay, Shay asked the question. Shay asked the question, how do you know your undertone?
How do you listen? I can tell. I don't know how, as a guy giving gift, I can look at somebody and really read their skin tone, but I couldn't really. I'm not going to be like a scientist or tell you how to do it. I just know for me, I can just look at a skin tone and really be like, your undertone, like this undertone, this undertone, this is your undertone, this is your.
But some people are neutral, right? Some people just have a neutral undertone.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Isn't it something to do with like if your veins look blue versus if your veins look something else? I don't know.
Yeah, it's a whole, and that's what I was saying. It's a whole like the actual thing about it, and I'm like, I don't really know about like how you find that out. I know I can just tell an undertone. You can tell by certain things, but I know for me, I can just look. I'm so sorry, I can't give y'all that answer.
So okay, so choices that people make. All right, so how can somebody as an artist dress differently to sing versus photo shoot, like streetwear, event wear versus photo shoot? What should kind of be the tie for them? You know what I'm saying? That says I'm an artist, but this is like, you know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Okay.
it definitely makes sense. It definitely makes sense. There has to be a separation. I know in some cases, some people like to match streetwear with their performance. It depends on the genre of music, of course, that you produce as an artist, but you still want to make sure that there is a separation, because once you start merging them together, it can look real sloppy, and then it can go from going to your grocery store and then you going on the stage with your grocery store clothes on. So you have to make a distinct difference as an artist. This is who I am as an artist, because who you are as an artist is not who you fully are, if that makes sense. Like, it's not who you are and you're all going to be all because you have other things that you're doing. But you want to make sure that you distinguish, your performance wear and your wear that you wear outside of performing. And that comes with having a stylist too, so they can kind of help you identify, what my personal style is, because most artists don't know. Like, as far as they see Cardi B, they see Lizzo, they see,
and they're not gonna walk the street like that. But somebody like Lil Wayne does walk around the way he looks on stage. Yeah. So I guess it's just kind of a personal preference. Like, is the person off stage, is that really who you're bringing on stage, or are you becoming this bigger than life person?
And another question too that you can ask is being an artist all that I do? Because if I have another stream of income, or if I have another business, I may want to represent something different. You don't want to merge those together. You know what I'm saying? So you have to distinguish.
How do people create like a look? Like, okay, so we can talk about myself. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like you might laugh, but I consider myself kind of like a classic person.
Okay. Yeah.
I just think I'm like classic with a twist, because it's like I would hope people look at me like she doesn't take herself, like the dreadlocks don't really scream high maintenance, but then the red does in a way.
Yeah.
So I just wonder, like, I feel like getting the red hair kind of creates more of an artist look because it was a creative take on something that is otherwise kind of a low maintenance, easygoing
Yeah.
hairstyle.
And your hair, and also you can look at it too as an accessory. Although you can't take it off and take it off. That's
right, right. And so then everything I wear kind of has to complement the hair at this point.
Period. See, you get it.
So I feel like for me, that's what I've created as the thread to all of my looks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, to understand
It's like she has magenta hair.
Yes, like literally, that's how you pull it together with that accessory, and that's how you can start off with pulling together a look. Is finding that one accessory, whether you have an eyelash that you want to wear, or a hairstyle, or something like that. You're piecing it together because you know with certain looks, even if it's a performance look or something like that, everything don't deserve that. Like for instance, if you have a wow dramatic look, like a whole onesie. You have a colorful onesie. You ain't about to put on no, now, personal preference, you ain't going to put on no butterfly lash that go all the way up to your eyebrow. You know, you want to kind of keep it modest and clear because you have a whole ensemble speaking for you. So it's just a personal preference on how you develop your look and how you present that to your audience.
So thank you. So statement pieces, like I said, for me, I feel like the hair is a statement piece. So if you notice, if you guys look at a lot of my photos, a lot of my stuff is neutral. Like like the white top and blue jeans because I got red hair.
Yeah.
You know what you know what I'm saying? Or I'll just wear that solid blue dress that I have, the electric blue, because blue and red look good together. But other than that, you're not going to catch me in a red dress or, you know, with red hair. And probably, you know, I don't really even wear pink. It has to be a certain shade of pink, or I can't really do a lot of patterns. Like, I'm very conscious of the fact that certain things can clash with this. I don't want to look tacky and have everything loud. So that goes to my next question. Somebody said makeup is required to carry the magenta hair off. That is your opinion. Thank you.
Listen, that's what we were saying. That's the personal.
It really is. I mean, it takes me over an hour to get my face together, and I'm not going to do that every day. And I'm not going to say, and I am not even going to think that I don't look cute because I don't have makeup on. Like, this face I was born with, I ain't never had a complaint. So that makeup is extra. It's an add-on. It's not a necessity.
It really accentuates. It's not supposed to make you a completely different person. It's supposed to enhance those already beautiful places. So it's supposed to bring your eyes out and stuff like that.
So let's talk about statement pieces, right? So you can, so like these earrings are the statement piece. Everything else I have on is just black, right? So, and you can tell this just kind of, I should take off the filter. Let me see.
I love those earrings, and that's on that.
See?
Oh, I love it.
Right. And so I just kind of like put it with the hair because it was like to have something that kind of blends in, you know, with the hair. So it kind of neutralizes. It's like there's something there, but it's not sticking out or anything like that. So here's my question. Once we have a statement piece, what I have found with artists is everything is either way too neutral or everything is a statement piece. Like they got the hat and the big necklace and the loud shirt and the loud shoes and and it's just like, how do we balance our look?
Yeah, how do you balance? And that too is brought to you by the artist that you are. Now, if you're a rapper and if you're talking about,
let me put my filter back on because
you don't need it. Period.
What were you saying?
That depends on the artist you are because you know some rappers wear the hat, the sneakers, the pants, the t-shirt, like a bedazzle, everything, like crystals everywhere. And it's kind of like, what in the world is happening? So I feel like even too, you know, there's a best dress list and there's a worst dress list. So either way you put it, I'm not saying that you want to be on the worst dress. Listen to me. listen
You
to
don't.
me. I'm not saying that you don't want to be on the worst dress, but that's why we were talking about, even what the person said about the red hair and the makeup, that's a personal preference. Now, some people enjoy that extra loud stuff to show that you got, like I said, if you're a rapper and if you have that type of demeanor and you like real stuff on your neck, type ATL stomp type situation, you like that, then that's okay for your vein. But if you're an artist that's not trying to bring that type of appeal to your audience, then you really have to determine what one statement piece that you can build off. Now, in some cases, there are multiple statement pieces, but you want to make sure, especially if you're doing it by yourself, you don't have much style experience. You want to start off with that one piece that's really going to bring that one statement piece that's really going to bring everything to fruition. You know what I'm saying?
Another question.
Yes.
So if I bought like a great pair of purple shoes, does that mean I have to have a purple shirt or purple earrings or purple watch? Like it just has to be purple because I have purple shoes?
Now listen, but let me tell you, there's a such thing as the microchromatic look, where everything is one color. I love it. I can do that look. I have done it multiple times, where everything is one color. You have a purple earring, a purple blouse, a purple shoe, a purple pants, and everything. In some cases, if it's done right, looks really good.
If it's done right, yeah.
But it's the such thing as color blocking too. You can do purple and you can do royal blue. Like you can do, because those on the color wheels are opposites, so they can come together.
So I think what I would naturally do is if I had like a loud color, like a purple or a red, everything else would be neutral.
Yeah, or that too. Or you can also add some print to it. You can add a good old leopard print to that purple and really just.
So how do you do that? Like, how do you even go? How do you even think? Because is leopard considered a neutral? It is, because it's brown and black. It's brown, white, and black. So that's a neutral, but it's patterned. It's a patterned neutral. So that's why it would go with. See, these are the kind of things we want to talk about.
Yeah, it's still a neutral color, so it don't bring you too far out of your comfort zone, but it's still that happy medium to where you have that difference and you still have that neutral finish.
So what is the science behind mixing patterns?
Woo! Y'all, now let me take my shoes off for this. I love
You guys are so good about that. By the way, just so you know, Derrick's brother, Calvin, is the one who's been doing like all of my photos since 2016. So for 5 years now, he's been my photographer. My mother literally flew up here to get her pictures done. That's how much, she loved him. And our Christmas photos, Calvin did, and you helped style us. Like the whole glitter look with me and my kids. We look like a little R&B group. We look like an R&B group. We look like So For Real. It was so cute. I love it. It's our favorite photo. But yes, you definitely helped with that. And Kayla looked amazing. We all did. But, anyway, the question was, so I wanted to know about, and you were the one that really helped me say, because in my mind, I had white and gold. And you were like, maybe you should put some black in there. And baby, when we got the black fur and the black glitter pants and oh man, it just came together. So how does your mind kind of work like that with the different patterns? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how do I know, like, I can have a big pattern on top, a small pattern on bottom? Like, how do you do that?
I just really like the fact of my creativity, like really having life and really expanding. So, for instance, like if you're like a mixed print type person, if you're not a mixed print type person and you're trying to get into it, I always say that you start off with black and white color-wise. Start off with black and white. So, for instance, and this ain't even supposed to be an example, but I got some examples next to me. Period. So, for instance, I have this, and it's black and white. Everything is black and white. So I have this. I'm going to show you the colors.
Yeah.
I have this shirt.
It's a shirt.
Mm-hmm. This is a striped shirt. This is very simple.
Mm-hmm.
Very simple. And then, boom, you have this hound.
That's going to be, oh my gosh, that's going to be so dope.
I have this hound.
Can I have that? Do you have that in a size?
Yeah, you can definitely have it.
I love that.
And you see how both of these together, they don't match whatsoever.
That would look so dope. So how does that work? Is it because the houndstooth is smaller?
Yes, the houndstooth is smaller because you can do it, but some prints, when it's big and big, depending on your body shape, it can make you look humongous, and you definitely do not want that. So with this, the stripe pattern is bigger, so we put that small pattern with it to really make that illusion, because fashion is all about an illusion. In your mind, it can translate to something different for everybody. So this made me, go ahead.
So then for somebody like me who has slimmer hips, would I want a bigger pattern on the bottom and a smaller pattern on top?
At the bottom, but depending on where it's placed, because some for instance, if you had like a, let's just say polka dot skirt, you don't want to look so wide to where the white, the dots is like expanding. You know what I'm saying? So you may want to pick something smaller.
Okay.
When you have hips like that, because some clothes they stretch with you and they start looking huge.
Yeah. Where it starts stretching.
Yeah, so you might want to start if your problem area, not even problem area, but if your curve area is your bottom area,
then you don't need anything to help that.
You don't need You don't need nothing to help you with that, because you got all of that. Something smaller at the bottom, because ultimately some prints make you look absolutely huge, and that's not the point of doing that. If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so this right here, it ain't matching according, because this ain't come together. But as you can see, it really goes, because you're starting off number one with black and white. It's the safest thing to do. And you can add color, like if you want to add them earrings with it. Like just something that is so completely different, but it really can bring a little spice.
Oh my God, I love that.
Thank you. And also, if you like feeling real and you want to add some color, you can add army fatigue to this. Like you want to do like an army fatigue bottom, like just something different. Like you don't have to necessarily be in a box. When you mix a prints, you can't be scared. You have to have the mindset. Ooh. I'm ready to mix prints, and I either I'm gonna do it or I ain't. So,
wow.
Yeah, you looking like woo.
Yeah, when you said army print, I was like,
it's different. But I'm saying if you gonna go out, you gotta go out with a bang.
So then, how do you graduate from? And by the way, guys, I have badges here. I don't know how to tell you guys about the badges, but there's badges there if y'all want to contribute. Amen. Anyway, yeah, it's a thing that happens when you hit 10K. I'm so excited because I finally hit 10K. I finally hit 10K. Okay, so what was my question? My question was, okay, so you get the black and white. It's like, okay, if I get stripes and polka dots, boom, that'll work. Stripes and houndstooth, boom, that'll work. Big, small, blue. Okay, we got that. Now, how do you do that with other colors? Like, what's the next safe color to try it with?
Other safe colors at this point, once you graduate from the black and white, you can move on to, let's say, I wish I had another example here. I don't have. Well, I do, actually.
Green and pink? I don't know.
Listen, we can start off with red. Like we have red. I have this. Now, this is just stuff that I'm pulling off of this rack next to me. We have this, little checker type situation. And we coming back to our roots, which is black and white. So we're adding color, but we have that print aspect in there. You see that?
Are those pants?
No, this is a jacket.
They're oh.
It's a long.
So you would do that? You would pair that jacket with that shirt?
Yes.
Oh my.
No, this is actually a one situation I got it made like this.
Oh.
Yeah, this is actually I got it made, customized for me.
That is wild.
You see these colors? You see this?
I do, and it looks good. I just would have never.
So you can't be scared. That's why you gotta take risk. You gotta come home through, because if you're gonna do it, you can't halfway, because people gonna know. People like to talk. They gonna like, girl, you gotta go all the way out there.
That scared me.
Did it scare you?
It did. But it scared me. But I want to try it.
If you're not scared when you mix a print, don't do it.
Well, I'm scared. I do a lot of things scared though. I'm okay with doing things while being afraid. Like fear doesn't stop me from doing things. For me, if I were to do that, the fit would have to be so perfect, because I feel like if something fits well, it's gonna look good.
Yeah.
I feel like if it's not cut well, And you're not like that. To me, the cut is what brings the confidence. If it fits my body right.
And two,
you can't be taking risks and the stuff don't even fit.
She's an analytical fashion person. Like she'd be like, it has to go like this. It has to go like this.
Who, me?
But when you actually do that, we are actually in the era of the 90s coming back. So everybody wearing oversized.
Not I.
You said not I. What?
Not I, said the cat.
You said not. Listen. Hey y'all in the comments, y'all better show up and show out in the comments. I see y'all. But yeah, like seriously, like even the oversized shirts and bringing that element into it, like even with mixing prints like that, it'd be dope. I'm telling you, you gotta go out there scared.
You see my face.
You looking like that? I don't know.
I'm just glazing over. I'm glazing over like this is my, what's it called? Like this is my consultation.
Period. Because we actually see you, so we can be able to,
They're gonna be like, "Oh, Delisa went out there." Okay.
But too, that brings an audience, like your appearance. Like if you do different stuff, like I know I've mentioned her before, but Lizzo be doing some crazy stuff, and people be gravitating to that because people like weird. They like to live vicariously through you, if that makes any sense. They like to live vicariously through the artist. Like I want to do that, but I'll just let her do that because she can only do that. You know what I'm saying? So they like to live through artists. So that's what she can bring to the table too.
Okay.
You still trying to catch your breath from the last day?
Yeah, I am definitely still catching my breath. Okay, so what am I trying to? How much does hair and makeup play into the overall look?
And that's for performance?
No, for let's just talk about like photo shoots. How much does hair and makeup play into an overall look?
That plays, like I said before, that goes hand in hand with everything, like with the look, because sometimes you can center a look around the hair and the makeup. Like for instance, if you have a look that deserves a high ponytail, or if you have a look that deserves you to move your dreads to the other side, or to the other side, or to do an updo, or to do a crown, a braided crown, some looks deserve that specific thing. So you want to make sure that as you're putting together a look that you consult with the makeup artist too as well, and with your hair to really bring that stuff together. And you may be like, how do I know? Get you a stylist.
You know what I noticed? People like Nicki Minaj and Cardi B, they're known for being really over the top. But what I noticed is their makeup is many times understated and just clean.
Yes. That's a good point. Because oftentimes people feel like they have to be in competition. Like, so it feels like the hair is wrestling with the makeup and the makeup is wrestling with the clothes. But the artist, and I'm speaking about the artist, which is the hair and the makeup and the stylist, comes together and really brings a whole situation. So they realize I can't bring out all my tricks to this performance because I understand that the hair got to speak for itself. The clothes got to speak for itself. So we're going to have to tone it down. Because, when you're in competition, you can't be in competition when you have a whole team. You have to make sure your team understands that this is the look and we don't need you to shine right now. You know what I'm saying? Because the makeup, like you said, may have to be more toned down. It may have to be more toned down. The hair may have to be more preserved and the clothes may have to speak. So it depends on the team that you have to really bring that look to.
Yeah. I feel like, I'm a little towards the safe side. I feel like I'm slightly, I take some risks. Like obviously this is a risk. Believe it or not, guys, I don't even like red.
Wow.
I don't wear, if you notice, I don't wear red. Like I'm not a red person. And so it took a long time for me to say, okay, I'll do a deep burgundy. And then I went to my hairstylist and she did this. And I kept looking at it like, so this is going to get darker, right? She's like, yeah. So that's kind of how this happened. But I guess what I'm saying is what I have found is to have like you have to decide what you want to stick out. And then once you know what you want to stick out, everything else kind of conforms. So for our Christmas photos, what was sticking out was the glitter, the sequin dresses. Everybody had on something sequin. So then like everything else around it was understated. I just had on clear shoes. I had on like understated makeup. The red hair just was there because I can't do nothing with it. You know what I'm saying? So it was like everybody had something glitter on and everything was like kind of centered around that. And I think that people need to understand when they are dressing as an artist, everything doesn't have to be your best piece of anything.
That's the gospel for real.
Yeah, you can have, you know what I'm saying? If you want to wear your Louboutins, that's fine. But it's also fine if your shirt comes from Zara or H&M. Everything doesn't have to be designer for it to look good together. Find what you want to stand out in your shoot.
Hush your mouth and keep on talking. Because let me tell you something. People honestly feel like, oh, I gotta have a Louis belt on. I have to have a Louis shoe on. I have to have a stocking that say LV on it. Ooh. I have to have a Gucci belt. Like it's just a lot happening. And I feel like I'm not a brand person at all. Like I love brands, some brands that I like and some brands that I'm like, okay, absolutely. But I'm telling you, there is some brands that ain't got no name, that ain't Louis, that ain't up there like that really can make more statements than those. I'm not coming for Louis and all that stuff, but you gotta wear a Gucci belt with everything.
No, oh my gosh, don't you hate it? And they make sure that the belt is showing. It really seems like they're an ad for the brand as opposed to modeling themselves as the brand. They're just so happy they have a name brand on. Then yeah, you're not getting paid to model this $500 belt. God bless you.
Right.
Yeah, or these $500, $600, $700 shoes. You're not getting paid for that.
Trust me, everybody gonna be asking where you got shoes from. That's just what it is.
So, you know, make sure that we'll talk about I know this kind of went toward photo shoots because obviously photo shoots are my passion, but you got to make sure that when you're doing, you know, photo shoots that you are the star of your shoot, not your makeup, not your hair, not your jewelry, but you are the star of your shoot and that your beauty and your essence is captured.
That is really so important because there's so many people who let these artists. You have to be very vocal. If you're not a vocal person, you need somebody or a friend, a best friend, or somebody to say, "Oh, girl, that's too much." Because oftentimes what I find out is that these people take pictures, beautiful pictures, and they put you on a flyer, and then you come to these events, and they like, "Okay, where's the person who was on the flyer?" You know, that's a real thing. I have been in multiple rooms where somebody was on a flyer, they look completely different. I'm like, where the artist at? And they look completely different. See, for instance, you have that statement of like your hair, like that's a statement. And when you come to them, they're like, oh, that's her. I know her. Because that was something that you maintained during your photo shoot. But these people who be coming and they look completely different, you have to make sure, like if you're not an everyday makeup type person, you need a simple look. You need an everyday beat. You don't need to be beat to the point where you can't really maintain that look to when you go to these events and you can't hire makeup artists because you're going somewhere else and you can't keep up with that. You want to do something simple. And a natural look is very simple and cute, but you want to make sure you keep those type of looks so that when you come to these places.
Yeah, I've been very intentional. I have one shoot that I did with your brother that the makeup was really light, but it was mostly because I was rushing because I had the kids with me. And he was taking pictures of the kids while I was like trying to throw makeup on my face. But I was happy that it was kind of a lighter makeup look because for the next year or two, that was when I started doing a whole bunch of lives without makeup. Because my first photo shoot, I had 3 hours worth of makeup on my face. And then it was kind of like, well, why are you going live without makeup if these are your promo pictures? So I intentionally did like a much more natural look so that when people see me and they see my photos, they're like, yeah, it's the same girl. Because I don't want no problems. The other thing is, if you take your promo pictures with an 18-inch deep wave, baby, you can't show up with an afro.
Your natural afro on top of your head.
No, baby, you can't do that. You can't show up with a 3-inch afro and all your promo. People are gonna be looking for the 18-inch deep wave.
I'm telling you.
Branding, be consistent.
It gotta be laid, because that's number one. That hair, like if your hair is laid, because you can definitely change up your hairstyle.
Yeah.
But if your hair is laid on your picture, your hair needs to be laid everywhere.
And that's part of why people be like, who's the person on the flyer? Because they are looking for someone who's like, they're looking for like some symbol of perfection out here.
But D, let me tell you, this is the truth. And when we just giving it to y'all real, because this is the stuff that people talk about y'all behind y'all back. When
you be wearing a $7 dress at your gig. You got a dress from the $7 store and you wearing flats talking about I'm here to sing. No, ma'am, you are not.
You singing where?
That's where I want the person on the flyer.
People be wanting that. You have to make sure that you laid and snap and all that stuff, because you don't just take random pictures and promotion pictures just to say you did it. You want to make sure that it speaks to who you are and have a team that you.
Yeah, exactly. And the thing is, if you know that you're gonna show up to your gig in I hate to say the $7 dress, but a $7 dress and some flats, you should probably take your promo pictures dressed similar to that so that people can identify you when they see you and they're not disappointed. Like they got this super high value promotion and then you look a lot more, I hate to say homely. You don't look like this superstar, this bigger than life person when you show up. And that's okay, because like I said, there's rappers who take a picture in a t-shirt and jeans. They show up to their gigs in t-shirt and jeans. So they're consistent. You know what I'm saying? But
it comes with also identifying your personal style. That's what it comes with. It comes with identifying, like you find out once you identify your personal style, you can identify what you can do and what you can't do, or what you can and can't do, but you don't want to do.
Right. So exactly. You have to decide what you're not willing to do. So for example, somebody said, wait, you can't perform in flip-flops if the singing is good. And my response to that is Eric Benet for years sang barefoot. But if I have a feeling, and I'm not going to look through it right now, I bet he has promo pics that have that same vibe, that you're not shocked that this man showed. It's not like Neo showing up barefoot. Neo gives us a different vibe, you know what I mean? But Eric Benet has always given us this earthy kind of vibe that him performing barefoot is not like off brand for him.
Yeah.
So just kind of make sure things, once you've decided what kind of brand you want, and like you said, what you're willing to do in person, you kind of have to allow all of that to flow consistently.
Consistency is key.
Listen, and we're not just talking, look at Beyonce. Beyonce's had the same hair for 25 years.
That's a great example.
She cut her hair one time. Remember that stint where she cut it here? That lady has always had long blonde hair. From in the beginning, it started off brown, but once she started getting blonde streaks, it stayed in that honey blonde, like for the last however. That's her. That you ain't never seen Beyonce with red weave. You've never seen Beyonce because that's her brand. People, because guess what? Whenever somebody's hair is laid, ooh, your hair laid like Beyonce. Beyonce is known for big billowing hair.
Yeah, and I can guarantee you, Beyonce have a whole team, and I'm sure Beyonce wanted to go off the grid sometimes. Like, I want this color hair, but her team understood the essence of this is who you are, and this is going to bring people. Like every time somebody got like you said, every time somebody got like a laid blonde wig, they're like, okay, Beyonce.
Yeah.
So you are absolutely right, and I'm sure her team had a whole deck about that. And I'm sure being a woman, she went through different stages of like, I want a different color hairstyle. Like, I want black.
I want curly hair. I want a pixie cut. No.
Stay right there.
No, man, we are not doing a pixie cut. We don't work too hard.
But you can see those different elements in different videos that she has, but you never see her on no promo picture with no black pixie cut. Never. That's not her.
That's not her.
You don't ever see that. But on music videos, when you're playing around and you're doing different stuff like that, that's a different thing. But as far as going out and promoting herself on album covers and stuff, she always had a consistent. Always.
Yeah. So Lastly, all right, so how does somebody who is more conservative, how does a conservative person bring their look off of mute, I'll say? Because okay, so we have somebody in our artist development program right now. She is adorable. She has a beautiful shape. She has a beautiful voice. She has a beautiful face, beautiful hair. But she performed, it looked kind of like a work dress. Like it fit her nicely, but it was like black and white. It just looked like a dress you could wear to church or to work, like a conservative workplace or something like that. And wearing a dress while singing isn't inherently bad, but how would somebody like her take it to I'm wearing a dress but I look like an artist now? What could she do?
What she can do is really find that niche because, like, I don't know if she's like a unique artist that got like kind of like a twang or something different that she can really play off of.
She kind of was doing like a like a jazzy R&B vibe. Like it was kind of she kind of had like a classy, Natalie, let's say Natalie Cole kind of thing going.
Yeah, she should definitely like really to branch out in that field about that jazz. Because when you think about jazz, you think about something soothing.
I think sparkles. Like to me, I automatically thought, okay, if she's gonna wear that, why isn't she wearing a sequin?
Yeah, like, but you can break the barriers with that, of course. But you want to do something that's real, like make your groove. You know what I'm saying? So, coming with a work dress, that is not going to be the best representation. But you want to make sure that even if you want to stay in a wheelhouse of dress, you want to wear a dress, but you may want to wear something that has like a. If you want to wear a kimono, like a sparkly kimono, a long jacket or something that's going to really accentuate, you being that artist. Because when you think of jazz, you think of half naked. Not even.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like she could, yeah.
So definitely something like that, or even something more urban, or maybe like showing some midsection because she's like showing some midsection, maybe like crop top, and maybe doing like some wide leg bottoms or something different that really speaks like I'm not just one dimensional, but I can do multiple things. But you did today. You know what I'm saying? So something like that, because coming with a work dress and flip flops, that's going to really be.
And flip flops? Hold on, I'm right here. I just gotta get my charger.
Yeah, so that's definitely I think she should definitely go in the warehouse, doing something different, chic, modest, but at the same time, they can really captivate the audience. Because people gonna take the first 2 minutes while you sing it to size you up. They're gonna be size you up by what she gonna do, and they can listen. People size you up the first 2 minutes. They size you up to make sure you can deliver what you're saying.
Right.
And singing what you look like, So definitely doing those things. I actually have a stylist too.
What it said, what kind of clothes or shoes can make a short person look taller?
Okay, repeat that one more time.
What kind of clothes or shoes can make a short person look taller?
Yes, absolutely. Long lines. If you want a longer look, like if you wear points, a long line. We can go back to our example. Lines going this way makes you look shorter. Lines going this way makes you look taller.
So lines going horizontally, because I'm on Facebook as well. I'm on Facebook and YouTube. So lines going horizontally make you look shorter. Yeah, make you look wider and shorter, and lines going long. So fun fact. Okay, were you surprised at my height?
I was. I thought you was much taller. Y'all, listen. I didn't notice. The only reason I noticed her, and I promise you weren't asked, when I saw her, the only thing that made me be like, there go D, was her red hair. And that's how I was like, because everybody don't have red hair like that. So I saw it, I was like, but I did not think, because I thought you were much taller. But I'm not saying that you're short like a guy, but I thought you were taller.
Right. So I most people think I'm like 5'8" based on my pictures. They're like,
yes.
Most people when they meet me, they're like, you're tiny. So I feel like I've I'm pretty good at knowing how to like elongate my body for a shoot. So,
And you do it well, and you don't wear one.
and I don't what? Yo, I don't.
You don't wear pants for your promotion.
For my bottoms, no, no. I would be interested. I'm scared. I would be interested. I actually have one pair of like, I think they're like houndstooth pants. I actually forgot they were in there until you said something. Yeah, I've only worn them a couple times because I was just like, I'm not sure what to do with this. Yeah, but like he was saying, anything that kind of just elongates the leg. And don't you think, oh, sorry. And don't you think, sorry, my phone is like dying. Don't you think a pump, like any kind of pump is gonna make, so this is what I found with short people with kind of shorter legs. I have found that if you're doing a photo shoot and you roll up your pants above your ankle, that's gonna make you look short.
Yeah,
so your pants actually have to go all the way down to your ankle.
your ankle, and also your midsection area can play a part of that too. Like you want to enhance that area so it can lift you up and make you look taller at the bottom. Like we said before, fashion is an illusion and it plays games in the mind.
Yes.
So you want to make sure that you bring those features that's down here and really make sure that it, like for instance, if you wear like a high-waisted pant type situation, that really is going to make you look taller too, depending on the
and that's and honestly, since I'm short, that's exactly what I always do. I only wear high-waisted jeans and I only wear jeans that go all the way down. And I think that creates the illusion of being longer.
That whole illusion, yes.
Saucy, you're 5'8". I thought you were 5'2" or 5'3". I would have never thought you were that tall. Send me your secrets on how you elongate your body. That's funny. So if you have long legs and long arms, okay, we're the exact same height. So you're 5'3", I'm 5'3" as well. So yeah, wearing pants all the way down. And for me, like I said, we're like this lady who's on here. I've seen her body. She's petite as well. I think number one, wearing clothes that fit, because I think when you're petite, you can get lost in your clothes.
You look really stubby if you wear like bigger things. I'm not oversized stuff again, but you want to make sure that you do something because you don't want to look stubby and short. That's the worst.
Yeah. So if you're wearing 90s pants with big sneakers and a big shirt, you're just gonna look like a whole lot of nothing. Something has to be fitted. That's how I see it. Something has to be fitted to create a shape.
Like even if you do like the oversized baggy tee, you may want to do a fitted jean at the bottom or something like that to really elongate you. Because you don't want to look big on the, you know.
People saying you're 5'3". I was shocked that you're like clearly over 6 feet. I was like, who is this giant? Yeah, somebody said you're 5'3", man. Y'all, I'm tiny. I'm giving myself credit. I'm really 5'2"3/4.
You better give yourself that extra.
Come on, extra quarter inch.
Tall, so.
Yeah. But this was good. Is there any like final tips? If y'all have, I mean, if somebody has a question, that's fine. But if there's any final tips that you would want to tell people, give people of how they can help put their looks together?
Absolutely. One thing that I would honestly have to say is be confident. And I know we hear it all the time. You know, we can live through it, but seriously, the difference between all of these artists who are TV and between you is the fact of having that confidence. You know, that consistent confidence, not the confidence that you have on Sunday and during the week you just looking up. You want to make sure that your look is consistently confident. Wear your stuff like you. Wear your stuff like anybody else wear it, because can't nobody wear it like you. So you want to make sure that you exude confidence in everything that you do, because you can have the baddest outfit on, but if you don't have the confidence to match, you are going to completely flop. So please be confident. Be confident because you look good. You look good, so make sure that you exude confidence. That's the only thing, because really, obviously, you got a bad outfit on, but you looking. You know what I'm saying?
Someone has a quick question. How do you make wide hips look slimmer?
You can make, let me tell you something too. You can make them wide hips look skinny by shapewear. Honestly, like some shapewears really give you the compression. You have to get those the shapewear that has a compression to it that gives you that little situation. And also, everybody can do the A line and do things to hide, that part, but you don't want to necessarily hide. You just want to, have that situation. So you can have a undergarment that is compressionalized, so you can have that compression, just in case you don't want to wear a peplum or you don't want to wear a A-line skirt, because that's not everybody.
Yeah, that's not everybody's style.
Yeah, compression short. Yes.
Yeah.
Short.
Yeah, I got some. I put them on. I can't even breathe. I was like, what?
You gotta be able to breathe,
man. Yeah, man. Yeah, so this is I really appreciate you coming on. I don't want to take up any more of your time. Thank you so much. So again, just to kind of round this up, this was an informational to talk about some ideas that you can have. You guys can review this video with regards to how you can put together your look. Derrick Finklea is who is on with me. He is a fashion stylist and an image consultant. And he is one of my consultants for my Develop the Artist Within You program. We are currently accepting clients. He's one of several amazing consultants for this program, and I am certainly blessed to have the kind of talent that I have on my team. And you guys should look out for more. So thank you for being here. Thank you guys for watching. Of course, if you still have questions, you guys can post, questions, and we'll try to get back with you as much as we can. Or, of course, book a consultation so that we can get with you. All right. God bless y'all. Have a good night. Bye, Derrick. Bye. Oh, thank you so much, Nicole. That makes me feel good. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.